Today, on Be Something Wonderful, take your manifesting to the next level. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, good morning from the Dutch Caribbean, from the beautiful island of Bonaire. Welcome back to the studios of Be Something Wonderful. Big video for you today. Again, I want to thank ex-pro divers, the team of Hans, Sigrid, and Alvaro, who are making this experience wonderful. We did a drift dive yesterday. It was beautiful. Today, we're actually going to this reef renewal party or restoration party, where we're going to dive and help restore reefs. And this is organized by the reefrenewalbonaire.org, just to give them a shout out. Creators, welcome back. A big video for you today where one creator said, Tom, your take on Neville Goddard's revision, the way you talk about Neville Goddard's revision, takes it to a whole new level. I like to think of it as next level Neville or quantum revision. Remember what revision is. Neville talks about anything past event that wasn't your preference, that you would have wished that you wish would have been different or happened differently, to revise it, to rewrite it the way you would have liked it to be. And when you do that, the whole idea of revision is that changes whatever that wish fulfilled is that you have in the future, right? It aligns you with that future event, the way you want to see reality. But it's bigger than that, because it doesn't just change that future event, you having that physical experience of your wish fulfilled. It changes all time. It changes the past, present, and future. But it really doesn't change any one reality, because all possibilities exist, right? All possible identities, all possible versions of you, all frames of reality already exist. So you don't ever change any one frame or any one reality. They all exist. They all have their existence within you. What you do is you choose or move to an alternative, shift to an alternative parallel reality or alternative parallel version of you, where that preferred version of events is part of your experience now. Past, present, or future, it doesn't matter. Remember, it's all created here and now, right? Linear time's an idea. All of it's happening here and now. So I want to talk about this idea today and more. Remember, this next level reality creation, it's not about attracting anything. It's not even about changing anything, right? Because you're really choosing an alternative. You're not changing any one possibility. You're not changing any one version of you or version of events or version of realities or frames. You're moving to that preferred version of you and that has that preferred version of past events that happened differently. That changes everything. It changes who you are, it changes who you were, and it changes who you will be. So it's not that you're seeing or thinking or even feeling something that you deem as unwanted or remembering or imagining is ever the problem. The question is, what are you assuming while you're seeing, thinking, and feeling something? That's the assumption that determines your experience of reality. All outcomes, all possibilities, all probabilities exist and have their being within you, right? The outcomes or potential realities don't change or get altered. You do. Hear it again. The past images, the past outcomes or those potentials don't change. You do. In other words, you choose a different alternative parallel reality or version of you. They're both the same, right? You are reality. So whether you're choosing a new version or identity of you or remembering an event differently, you change who you are, who you were, and who you will be, and you change the reality that you believe you experience, that you're experiencing, that you will experience. That's powerful. Your perspective, your assumption, your experience of reality is reality. And that's in your entire life experience. That's your reality. All potentials exist within you. So you're not changing or altering anything. You're choosing. This is powerful today. So Revision's about imagining an event or experience how you would have liked it to be. Now remember, this discussion came up. It's not merely a change in attitude or perspective about a past event. Certainly it is a change of perspective or attitude. But remember, when you change in attitude, when you change in perspective, you change identities, you change realities, you change past, present, and future. We just look at those as mere changes in attitude or perspective, but not, quote, a change in reality. It's a change in reality because you are reality. It's a change in identity because you are reality. Right? Rather, you're choosing, here's what you're doing. You're really choosing an alternative parallel reality where things happened the way you would have liked them to happen from this new version of you. All alternatives or probable outcomes exist and continue to exist. You can't change or alter or get rid of any part of infinity or God. So your attitude and perspective or assumption about reality, any probable event, creates the event or reality in your experience. Do you see it? All those events exist. But now you create it as part of this version of you. You move into a version where that event is real for you. They're all part of you, but now you're lighting it up. You're igniting that reality that's already within you. Creation's finished. And you're moving to the identity where that's real. That's your horizontal past now, and this is your present, and this is your future. It changes everything. Remember, your experience is reality. So how you remember or imagine reality creates it. Past, present, and future. That's powerful. So when you revise, rewrite, and remember, in other words, imagine and assume events, people, and things differently. Revise, rewrite, remember, imagine, assume. You change or choose, in other words, who you are, that identity, version, and self-concept, and that changes everything. And I'm showing it to you. I want to show this to you here. I am reality. I am the law. That's your true identity. And if you see that, that's your true identity. Within that identity, you are all things. That's always changing, right? Son of God, son of man. Your 3D physical experience. And see these solid stick figures look like it's a solid past, a solid present, a solid future. But in reality, they're always changing according to you. That's quantum revision. It changes everything, past, present, future. Who you were and who you will be and who you are is all changed here and now. Those so-called linear identities and realities that seem so solid, fixed, and hard to change, whether it's a past you're remembering, a present you're seeing, or a future you're imagining that seems out of reach, that they are all quantum possibilities. All probable past, present, and futures exist and will always exist. But nothing is final for you or your experience. You get to decide what's final. But nothing is final. But you get to assume that. It's your experience, your reality. That's powerful. So when you revise a past event or experience, you are choosing to remember an alternative parallel version of events of the infinite multidimensional you that shifts you to that version and identity of you that has that new revised horizontal linear past. Do you see it? That other past, that other alternative, that past event that you revised that was not your preference, still belongs to a version of you. It's just no longer a version of you through whom you're seeing and focusing in on reality. You're now more than who you were a moment ago. And in every moment, you're always expanding, becoming more aware of your true nature of all identities. So when you revise, you become more of who you are, not less. You're not changing any reality or deleting it. You're choosing, leaving that other reality to exist within you, that identity. But it was through that experience of that identity that you were able to choose again and create a new horizontal linear path that's more appropriate to your focus now in this new identity. You see, you don't lose anything. That's the whole linear experience of growth. Do you notice sometimes we say, well, I'm glad I went through that. that suffering or that event, because I wouldn't be the person I would be today. Well, you would be, right? But you wouldn't be focused in there. It helped you focus because that version already existed within you. What happened is you became more aware of who you are. That's what those experiences are for. They're not supposed to be labeled suffering and unwanted. They're supposed to be an idea that you become more aware of all identities that you are and then choose your ideal. So nothing gets erased. You don't lose or change or erase that no longer preferred version of events and identity. You simply become more aware of another version and reality within you. And that becomes the focused awareness through which you see and create your experience of reality. Wow. You have revised your identity and probable events across the board in linear time, past, present, and future. You see, you become this new identity that no longer, that horizontal past that was unwanted no longer belongs to this version of who you are today, right now. It belongs to another version. None of them are bad. They're all part of you. They're all part of who you are. You're just preferring something different now. That's powerful. And there it is. Do you see it? Those frames of reality that seem so fixed and immovable, they're always changing. Past, present, and future. So whether it's a past frame you are remembering, a current present frame that you're seeing, or a future frame that you're imagining, you in that frame are shifting continually in a moment, and in any moment, in any moment, you can choose to remember, see, or imagine it differently. And that reshuffles your identity and reality and frames in all time. It reshuffles everything. You're continually revising your fate, identity, and reality in every moment. There is no fixed fate. Every lifeline, every version of horizontal linear events has a certain fate. But that fate's always changing according to who you're choosing to be right now. That's what continuous forgiveness of sin means. That's what Scripture meant by continuous forgiveness of sin. So take your manifesting to the next level. This really is next level revision, next level Neville. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, thank you. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for liking and sharing and commenting on the videos. Thank you for being part of our Facebook group, The Ambassadors, at facebook.com/groups/BeSomethingWonderful. For joining us on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Kearin, TikTok at Be Something Wonderful, and for being part of our membership channel. We will be announcing our next live stream, our sixth live stream this year in June. That's going to be broadcast exclusively on the membership channel. It will be our 15th live stream overall. Stay tuned. If you're a member, join us. If you're not a member, check out the link below. Creators, it's warming up here, here in Bonnier. Until next time, with great love, with great light, and infinite gratitude. This is Tom Kearin with the studios of Be Something Wonderful here in the Dutch Caribbean. Until next time, we'll see you soon.